Our lesson today is on multiplying polynomials. So before we begin, we're going to review the distributive property. So if I have negative 2 times x to the third plus 2x squared plus 5x plus 9, notice how I am multiplying a monomial by a four-term polynomial. Again, we're not considered simplified if we have parentheses. So to get rid of the parentheses, we're going to distribute whatever is in front of the parentheses. So in this case, it's the negative 2. So when I distribute to the x cubed, it's going to become negative 2x to the third. And then a negative times a positive is a negative, so minus 4x squared. Then minus 10x. Minus 18. So in this example, the only thing that changed, because my monomial didn't have any x's, the only thing that changed was my coefficients. Now, in the second example, I am multiplying a monomial by a monomial. This goes back to our review of our properties of exponents. The only operation that you see in this problem is multiplication. And so because the only operation that I see is multiplication, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my commutative property and write what goes together. So I'm going to put my coefficients together. So my 7 times my 5. I'm going to write my x's beside each other. So times an x. And then times an x to the fourth. And then I'm going to write my y's next to each other. So y to the third and y to the seventh. Now, if you remember from properties of exponents, when we are multiplying, we can use our product rule. So to prevent having to expand out, we can use our product rule. So first off, 7 times 5 is 35. Then x times x to the fourth becomes x to the fifth. Y to the third times y to the seventh becomes y to the 10th. So the product rule, if you remember, says to add your exponents. So again, if I wanted to expand out, I have a total of 5x's, or a total factor of 5x's, and then I have 10 factors of y's. So add your exponents because of the product rule. So our final simplified answer is 35 x to the fifth, y to the seventh. When multiplying, my exponents will change. If you remember, adding and subtracting polynomials, your exponents don't change, just your coefficients. But when I multiply, my exponents will change. Now, in the last example here, we're going to multiply a monomial by a trinomial. Because my monomial has an x with it, then my degrees of my exponents, or my exponents, will change. So negative 2x times 3x squared, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. X times x squared becomes x to the third power. Then distribute the negative 2x to the x. So minus 2x squared. Then negative 2x times negative 8, so plus 16x. Again, because I'm multiplying, my degrees of my terms will change, so the exponents change when I'm multiplying.